Hey, beautiful people, welcome to another episode of Keeping It Real with CCKD. And as you all know, it's with a sprinkle of the Holy Spirit. Today, we'll be talking on a very crucial topic. In fact, all my topics are crucial, but today, we'll be specifically on 30 questions you must ask your teenager and why. Now, before we go on, I would like to thank God for giving me this opportunity to speak and be heard. I would also like to thank every one of you that have watched any of my episodes. And I want to pray that this video meets anybody, meets any caring adult at the specific time that they need it. In Jesus' name, amen. Now, Isaiah 8:18 is one of my most loved verses, especially when I'm praying with when I want to pray over a child, when I'm praying over my children. Yes, of course, I want more. Yeah, but it's one of the verses that I use. And why is this? It's because it's so specific. It's so encompassing. Now, Isaiah 8:18 says, I and the children that the Lord have given to me are for signs and wonders. So it's not just for the child, it's not just for the parents, it's a combined thing. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Now, I'm sure we are all familiar with that adage that says like father like son, like mother like daughter. You know how they say it. Now, this could be interpreted in a good way, and it could also be interpreted in a bad way. It depends on the action that is being taken. It depends on the action that is being used to reference. Okay. Now, I'm a mom. Yeah, and I'm sure if I ask my son what's one of the things I say when I'm correcting him, I'm sure one of the things he would say would be, you are a reflection of me, and I am a reflection of you. Yes, I tell him that all the time. It's not only, hey, you are a reflection of me. Oh, I also tell him that I, as his mom, am a reflection of who he is as a person. So it's a combined thing between the parent and the child, between the caring adult and the teenager or whoever. Okay. Now, yeah. So it goes both ways. Not only are they a reflection of you, but you are a reflection of them. I know someone is going to be asking me, how? What do you mean by that? I'm his parent. He's supposed to only be this and this to me and all that. I'm going to break it down, of course. And I'll break it down by giving you a personal example. Okay. Oh, and this example is one example that I give to Richard every time he asks me, oh mommy, what do you mean by that? I give him this example and it is so vivid. I say, imagine me showing up to pick you up and I'm wearing the shortest bomb shot ever. You know, those kind of bomb shot that shows the bomb cheek and and all that. I'm wearing it. I am tatted. I have tattoos all over. You know, those what's the word I'm looking for? Suggestive tattoos. You know, I have those suggestive tattoos all over. I am carrying one funny kind of hair. I am smelling of alcohol. In fact, I have excessive makeup on, and I come and I'm chewing gum. I'm doing it like this, and I blow it. Wah, wah, wah. And then then they call him out and say, Richard, your mom is here to pick you up. And he comes out. I give him two options. I say, would you hug me? Will you walk up to me and say, hi mom, good afternoon? And or would you just walk past and do as if you don't know me? And your guess is as good as mine, the one he would pick. So that's what I'm trying to say. We as parents are a reflection of our children also. And we also know that children learn by what they see. One of the ways they learn is also by how what the things they see. To today's dish, we're just beating around the bush. Let's get into today's dish proper. Okay. I want to try and make my videos short because I want you guys to watch it to the end. I don't know. I try all the time to make it short, but it always end up to be, and I also don't want you guys to get bored of me. But so 30 questions, right? These questions are open-ended questions. Okay, they are open-ended questions. And what open-ended question means is that they are questions that don't get a yes or no. They are not a yes or no question. Hmm? Or you get those responses that teenagers normally tell us, I'm fine. those commonly short-ended questions, those abrupt questions. There are questions that will get them to think. There are questions that will get them to talk about stuff. There are questions that will get them to open up and possibly give you room to understand, to ask more, which in turn helps you understand what's going on with your teenager. And we all know that the teenage phase is one of the most, difficult stage for the child, also a difficult stage for the parents and all that. That's why I even chose this topic. Okay, so now I have subsectioned these questions into three. Okay, I've subsectioned these questions into three, and these three subsections are around what they deal with as teenagers. Now, the first subsection is the school and learning section. The second section is the social life and family section. The third section is the sex and sexuality section. Now, let's start with the first one, school and learning. Okay. Now, I need you to get your pen and your paper and start writing. Number one question is, what's one thing you learned today in school? What stood out to you? Not every time you see them, how was your day? How was your day? Ask questions, and then when you say how was your day, they tell you fine. Uh-huh. Not fine. Great. It ended. But when you go further, they say, what's one thing that stood out to you today? What's one thing that you learned today? It could be academically, it could be socially, it could be just tell me something that stood out to you. Oh, something that stood out to me was this. I hope I can finish this in a section. Oh, something that stood out to me was this. Something that stood out to me was that. And then it was because of this. You see? And then you get questions to ask, oh, why did that, why was that so, and then you guys get talking. You now know that, oh, okay, during his day this happened, or during her day that happened, and she enjoyed it, or she didn't like it, or she learned from it, or he learned from, and so on and so forth. Something is telling me that I won't be able to finish this episode in one video. God, please. Okay, another question is, what quality do you admire in your teacher? You remember this section is school and learning. What quality do you admire in your teacher? I know my son comes to me and tell me, there's this teacher, he's always not, he doesn't write, like, he doesn't write. I feel he's lazy. That's our conversation. And because he doesn't write the notes, he doesn't do this. Now, that's also a room for question. Oh, did you have his class today? Oh, really? So that means you didn't copy your notes. You see? Now you found out that his notes or her notes is not complete. You see an opening. Now that gives you a problem to solve. That gives you a way to help them. It gives you a way to help them, move further or get past it or fix the assignment or fix the notes or encourage them to copy the notes or have a conversation about how it is that we have to, it gives you room for so many things. Unlike, how was your day? How was your day? Fine. You don't know details. Okay, so number three, here, I would also want to state that there are so many other questions that you can ask, but for this video, I have subtraction mine to 10, 10, 10, which gives us 30. So number three is, who did you help today? And so, and what did you help the person with? Who did you help today and with what? Or who helped you today and with what? Oh yeah, that's true. Funke helped me get, she gave me my bag. I couldn't reach my bag and she gave me my bag. So now there was a scenario in class where he couldn't reach his bag was fine. What were you guys doing when she couldn't? Why couldn't you stand up? Oh, the class was, you see, conversations are now is now going on. Number four, what is the most difficult rule to follow in school? Of course, we know every organization, in fact, even families have rules. So, what is the most difficult rule to follow in school? And we know our children. If that one, I'm sure if you want to give them a full handbook, they will write all the list in the school that they don't like. But yeah, this is a very good question because it gives room for you to follow up, understand why, Also letting you understand your child. You see what I'm trying to say? Yeah, so another one is, that's number 5. From the songs you know, define your day, or from the songs you know, define your school using a song. Define your school using a song. That's a beautiful one. Richard, please come. From the songs you know, right?
Yes.
Can you define your school using a song? You can use any of the songs you know to describe your school. Unavailable. Richard said, "Oh yeah, sing it. Let me see. Let me hear."
I'm on that video.
No, they are not seeing you. Okay, I get that. You're on break.
Yes.
So that means they can't see you because you're on break.
They can't. They can't.
Oh my god. Okay, so you see what I'm saying. Now we have a reason why he used unavailable to describe his school. Unavailable. Oh my god. I'm not available. They are not seeing me. That's what he said. Okay, so number 6. Um, who do you look up to, or who do you admire in school, and why? Now, this person could be a teacher, this person could be a student, but who do you look up to? Yesterday, we were having a conversation, and he was telling me about this guy in his class. That we're just talking about how easy it can be for you to, if you put your mind to stuff. So he was telling me how this guy's lifestyle is, and that the guy is always top in their class. So he this is something I didn't even have to ask this question. We're just having a chat, and he was telling me, and he said, "Oh, that this guy does this guy reads this kind of books, he does this one, he does that one." I say, you see, that is him admiring the person. For somebody you admire, somebody that you aspire to be like. Do you understand? Now his head is in, oh, I enjoy how this guy, the results this guy gets. How can I get this results? I see what he does, but can I do them? As a parent, you're already thinking that these are the questions in his or her mind. So who do you admire? Now this person could be a teacher, this person could be a student. Now number 7, if you owned your own school today, what would you add and what would you take out? If you had your own school, like, okay, this is Richard's International College. So I'm sorry, Richard, I'll be using you as an example. This is Richard International College. What would be the thing that you will add that your present school doesn't have? And what is the thing that you will take out that your present school has? What does that tell you as an adult? It tells you the things that the child doesn't like in school, and it's giving you an idea. You see how you have dissected using some certain types of questions. Okay. Another one is, what's something you are really good at in school? Now, I would like to state this, that our children at home are different from our children in school. Our children we know in the house are different from the children when they are with their peers and their friends and their age. So, what is something that you know? If they want to call out, it says, please call Richard. Richard, oh, I'm sorry. Richard does it best. Oh, call. You see? So, what is one thing that you know that you are good in school? They tell you, and you watch them in that area and see. It gives you more light into your teenager. Number 8, which classmate is likely to get arrested or become a president or become an actor, and why? Richard. Hi, I want to ask you a question. Now, which of your classmates is most likely to get arrested? If they call you now and say, Richard, somebody in our class is arrested, who is the first person that will come to your mind?
It's also Jimmy too.
Okay.
Yeah, because that one he always have.
He gets angry, so he has anger. Okay, so which of your which classmate is likely to become the president? If they say, "Oh, Richard, one of our classmates is the president of Nigeria," who would your mind go for? Ore. Okay, so get arrested, Jimmy. President. Ore. Okay, last one. Which of your classmates is likely to become an actor and why? Somebody that actually does that, like to act. Maybe when they are comedy drama, they are doing drama. The person likes to be involved in drama.
That's it.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, he's very multi-talented though. I like him. Thank you. Should I ask you one last question?
Go on.
So during school, right? This is our 10th question. What do you think is the worst part of the day at school? And what can we do to fix it?
Like, allow me to like enter the building. So let me say use my during after I finish eating. So after I finish
Mm,
eating.
till the time they gave you guys to eat is done before you can go inside.
Yes.
So what do you think we can
And
do to fix it?
let me say we can just go and speak to the school management.
Okay, give them reasons.
Yes. Because no holding P is I don't think it's healthy. Yeah.
I
So
concur because no, there's not something that you can physically go and okay. Let's say for example,
because what if you're like really pressed? That's
yeah,
actually like let me say
pee on
peer
yourself.
pressure P.
Oh my god, and that's not good. That's nasty.
That's the reason.
That's a good reason. Thank you, Richard. I promise I won't call you again for today. I'm fine. Okay, so bonus, bonus, please. One last one. So this is our bonus and last question. What is the best part of the day in school?
That's what I do.
Yeah,
That's the
sports day. Okay. Why? So the exercise part of it is also good for you. Okay. So, guys, like I said when I started this, I'm going to tell you why these questions are important. Now, these questions are great conversation starters. Trust me, I use them all the time and they work. These questions give your more matured mind a deeper insight to your teen's school life, your teenager's school life, and the way they reason, the way they see things. So rather than just asking him or her, how was your day in school, and getting the normal fine, not good, great, okay, good, no, answer. Those they are not, those they are answer. We use these kind of questions to have conversation. Personally, I ask these questions when I pick him up. When we're done, when I pick him up from after the day, I pick him up and he's in the car and we're having a drive home. And just to keep us busy and chatting in the car, so it's casual. Or during our nightly chat, when we're having the chat about the night, we want to end the day, and then we have this chat. We'll continue this episode. That means this episode is gonna have a part 2, which is all right. And remember, we're talking about the social life and the family life in the next episode, and also the sex and the sexuality area questions that you are supposed to ask them. This brings us to the end of today's episode of Keeping It Real with CCKD. Now, I'm not going to leave you without reminding you that your teenager might want a lot of things that they don't tell you about. They just want you to know. So, we are banking on God, we're banking on our more matured mind, and we're banking on questions like this to have an idea. With that said, thank you for keeping it real with me. Love, CCKD. Bye.